Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back to Wargame Red Dragon. Today we have a team up between two Baltic players. One of them is me, one of them is my friend Snoop Dogg here. So, of course not the actual Snoop Dogg. We're going against Tomas and Pivnik, and it's going to be a very interesting match. So I am going to push through Feder and Elena as best I can, and my ally is going to try to secure Boris, as well as get some work done in Dmitri and possibly over in center. So for my own forces, we have a Salamandra and a Sokol, pretty good pair. This was a relatively low points start, so the Salamandra is a scout helicopter with pretty capable ATGMs, although only 4 is a bit of a drawback. Sokol, of course, for anti-helicopter work, and I don't really know what it is I'm going to be fighting yet, because, well, I didn't know which side I would be fighting. There's one Commonwealth player, one Israel player, and I do get a little bit of intel here. So a Hammer, of course, means that it is going to be Israel, and we have a bomber coming in, so the immediate reaction is, oh shit, get off the road. So most of my stuff is getting off the road as quickly as I can. We do get a kill on the Hammer, and try to get a shot on off on the Lavi, but it doesn't quite work, and now my Sokol is a little too close, gets taken down, and I'm not sure by what. But I know that Israel has some really excellent anti-helicopter tools, so the Salamandra is retreating, and lucky enough to get away. So 2 swings and 2 misses there by my opponent with whatever the heck this is, some sort of missile carrier that I wasn't able to see. But this is a pretty bad start for me, as my opponent has capped Elena. I have not brought anything to cap Feder. I'm hoping just to outfight a little bit off the bat. So Musty's moving up, KT's moving up, Yekri and Karten Yekri behind them in the woods here, which is a bit of a problem, and I know that, because vehicles are very vulnerable to something like Shaitet 13, but we do catch them in the open, and those KTs are able to pretty savagely kill those Shaitet, so nice kill there. A little bit not great on value, but in terms of getting rid of some special forces, that was okay, I guess. And there's something big here, and I know that. So I have a T-72M1 mod, and we spawn Merkava 3B opening up on the Karten Yekri with its grenade launcher, which allows me to actually get the first shot. So 6 points of strength lost on that first shot, and let's see what the T-72 can do. Second shot goes in, we get the kill. We did take some damage ourselves, but only 5 points, which kind of surprised me, as those 3Bs are very capable. Shaitet moving across in the open, and I have a T-55 spotting them and shooting at them as well. As we spot Moglan here moving up a little too far in the woods. Those spikes are best used, of course, at longer ranges where you can't be engaged with Karten Yekri, and my Pion, I mean, Jesus, Shaitet 13's extra 175 meter range on that AT weapon is enough to punish my recon tank there. So meanwhile, in the center, well, in Boris, I guess, we have some ongoing skirmishes going on with the Commonwealth player. His SAS are going to be losing to Formosa, and there's a T-72M2 Moderna moving up as well. So the Commonwealth player has capped the center, but the right-hand side of Boris looks like it's kind of okay for us. Another unit of Moglan getting worn through, as they, fortunately for me, missed with their first shot, and my Karten Yekri are moving up, able to kill them right in the nick of time. Bombing run comes down, but I force path the Karten Yekri out of the way of it, and I mean, yeah, they took some damage, but it could have been a lot worse. Zelda's and Nunnun's opening fire, however, and my Yekri are moving over to keep engaging with these Shaitet. So reinforcements are going to be a double squad of Karten Yekri and Musties, just trying to get something to hold in this town here on the western side as Karten Yekri and my T-72 move up, but something is still spotting me. I don't know what it is. I have lost all of my recon in this area, as that other unit of Moglan did kill my recon vehicle. Part of why I've been reliably informed and do actually agree that, well, it's not exactly ideal to use those, but my Salamander is still alive, and I have something I haven't yet discussed, which is a single unit of Iroquois Yekri in XA 185 KT moving along the western side. So depending on how this engagement went, I either had a mind to put him up here on the top in these patch of woods, maybe in this town here as well, or just go through to Anno as a bit of a desperation play, and the desperation play is definitely the order of the day, as I have been pretty well worn down. My Karten Yekri are getting shot, and I don't know really from where. It turns out it was Bedouins in this town using their long-range, 1,000-meter range rifle. But Yekri moving forward and trying to get the last of those Shaitet 13. So meanwhile, in Boris, the other Baltic player has done a pretty good job. He has capped Dmitri as well, which is giving us a better income than our opponents have, and we have some forces moving over here as Snoop Dogg's heading up and into center, trying to capitalize on the early game lack of income. T-72 was able to kill a Shanav 2, which was the anti-helicopter piece that was used earlier. A little bit limited ammunition on those. I could have kept my Salamandra around, I just didn't really know that. And the T-72 kills, believe it or not, another unit of Moglan here, so a bit of a lucky dodge there for me, as there was one spike that was fired, but those Moglan were panicked by the destruction of their transport, which does kind of explain that. Salamandra shooting in at the Rio, which is a bit of a waste. That was my last Kokon M missile which will be very unfortunate. And now we have a challenger moving over, engaging the T-72, and he gets the first shot, I get the first shot, but I was already damaged, and that Challenger Mark II does survive with 4 points of strength left. So if we take a look, I have Yekri, I have Kartan Yekri reinforcements as well as Musty reinforcements. That's basically it. No anti-air really of any sort of competence, and I did buy a Syria 30 trying to kill that Challenger before he could get to my T-72 and was just a little bit too slow there. But hey, requiring your opponent to bring over forces from his ally is, well, it's a good sign at least. Salamandra is moving up, trying to see where the command vehicle or infantry is, and we do find the command squad here, but a quick call of a Wolverine is pretty nice of a response from my opponent, so the command squad's moving around trying to dodge those rocket pods, not that there are many left, and they are wasted on a Bison, which kind of annoyed me a little bit. Wolverine opening fire, 1 shot and a miss, 2nd shot and a little bit of a hit there, and my Salamandra goes down. But the KT and the Iroquois Yekiri are now in for it, and that Wolverine is a good choice for responding to a Salamandra, but not able to handle anything with a gun on the ground. Meanwhile, the lobby coming in just... I gathered he wasn't quite sure what I had left either, so that bombing run just told me that he had nothing in those woods, which is pretty nice. Good intel there, basically for free. XA-185 does move up and kill that Wolverine, and the Iroquois Yekiri are moving toward the town, trying to get those command infantry and take them down. If we can decap Anna, we'll have a pretty significant advantage, as our opponents will have to bring back something from either Elena or Center. So a P-10 is brought out in response, and this was really goofy. The first shot's a miss, and there was a fire control malfunction followed by ammo box hit, so that P-10 has no ammunition left at all because of a single KT that's a little too close. So the Iroquois do spot the command infantry, they're trying to move around to dodge these guys, and there was also another response from the Commonwealth player, a Lynx 3, that does come in and kill my KT. So the Iroquois are chasing, and I mean, there's a little bit of a delay moving between towns, which is probably why that command infantry couldn't escape. So we do take him down, the 10 goes down to the Iroquois Yekiri, but there are Shaitet 13 here, and this is a strictly good situation for us. The Challenger 1 Mark II is coming back, but our opponents are having to use all of their resources trying to kill these special forces in their home zone, and the Syria 30 is able to take advantage of this. The Challenger 1 Mark II trying to get close to those Iroquois Yekiri, bit of a questionable decision already, and spotting the Syria, he is almost able to get into the woods, but not quite. Does get taken down there, which is a pretty nice kill. Bison as well get killed by the Iroquois, but I should have at this point moved them out and probably this way into the woods, as those Shaitet 13 will outduel them in a fight. So Green Jackets meanwhile being engaged by LSTR, bit of a questionable choice here as there's no tertiary weapon with the LSTR to fight with, and Center has been pretty well bowled through by my ally here. LSTR also will be a pretty nice answer to a Lynx 3, so they should be opening fire. Yep, there it is, and there's the aim, there's the shot. Lynx 3 takes 1 hit, and this is why I usually like double squads, but on a low points game it's a little hard to avoid. But the second one does get the Lynx 3, down they go. Iroquois Yekiri losing to Shaitet, but Kartan Yekiri now and Musty securing Feder, and I should have, yep, a BMP-1 Copa coming out to cap Feder as well, just trying to get even more of a points advantage, as the CV and Center was pulled back to recap Anna, so they're ticking at just +2 right now for income, while we have +3, +4, so a total of +7. If we can bring that up to +9, that's a pretty significant advantage. The LSTR were retreated, so nice play there by my ally Snoop. And the SPW-80 engaging with Green Jackets, probably not going to survive for all that long, as, you know, M72 laws are not exactly great, 13 AP, but they should be good enough. So Prom S actually coming in, and this is a goofy vehicle. I've never really made use of them, but it seemed pretty valuable. 35 points for 4 Conqueror's missiles with a main gun. Sure, fine. Only 2 frontal armor is going to get you in trouble, though. Kartan Yekiri moving up. There was enough response going on back here. I thought, well, maybe there's something I can kill in Elena, and we actually kill... Command Infantry had just loaded back into a transport, and the Kartan Yekiri used their M72A4 law to kill that group. So we've killed 2 CVs. We forced them to move back to Anna. We've had a pretty atrocious grind there as well, taking down some high-value helicopters and whatnot. Kartan Yekiri able to dodge that bombing run, and the Musties finally take out those Bedouin. So pretty good engagement, and these guys are going to go up and secure Elena, and it's at this point in time where our where our opponents throw in the towel, which is very understandable. That was a quite dynamic game. So in terms of kills and losses, we had 1365 kills, 745 losses. And while I did get most of the kills there for our team, I also took the lion's share of the losses. So my own playstyle is of course very aggressive, and that does lend itself to me sort of losing all of my units. We can see, you know, my losses almost matched Tomas's, and Pivnik just had some bad engagements. Snoop able to really get some good engagements in the center and over in the northwest side of the map. So in terms of standout units, the Salamandra did not a lot. The T-72 M1 mod definitely paid for himself, killing 2 units of Maglan, a lot of transports, a Shanav 2 and a Merkava 3B more than made up for his value there. Pion getting taken out by Shayatet was a bit of a disappointment because this is usually an excellent tool. Bit of a misplay there on my side, getting him too close to really good infantry. In the meantime, however, the Syria 30 did kill a Challenger, and the Iroquois Yekiri more than paid for themselves with the killing of an admittedly hobbled Peten, but also being able to clear that enemy home zone, and Kartnyekri did the same as well. So that's all we've got for today. Thank you all for hanging around. We'll see you again real soon.